It's almost 3 o'clock. I just went to school today. It was the first day of school after the long 10-day break for the hurricane. So, yes, it was kind of weird because I kept thinking like, oh, that was last week, then why didn't that happen? And I was like, oh wait, that was 2 weeks ago. And I was like, yeah. I have quite a bit of work I have to get done, but after that I'm probably gonna do some cubing. Hi, age. The seconds and minutes and hours aren't accurate, but the days, months, and years is. It's close enough because I was born at like 12:57, I think, p.m., and this is probably calculating from 12 a.m. While I was writing, that my tip of my pencil actually broke off. It's pretty funny. I did have a sharpener, so yeah. Right here. I have 3 more of that happened 3 times, the pencil breaking thing. Also took quite a while for me to finish all of my calculus due to me having to do 2 homework assignments today. I'm not going to go too much in detail. Yeah, I'm probably going to cube now, so. An hour and 15 minutes later, Mitch 624, I have been doing some 3x3 and some cubing stuff. Goal 352 average of 5 and 377 average of 12. The average of 5 wasn't like lucky. Like my PB average of 5 is like mid 2s. It was like really lucky. This wasn't like insanely lucky. There were some cool solves in here, like lucky solves as well. But yeah, the sub 2 I think was only like 8 or 9 moves, I think. So yeah, I started my first day into the new AP Music Theory class, which I'm really behind in because it's like 4 weeks like of school already has happened, catch up and stuff. But also I was filling out all these applications for like clubs and stuff, like NEHS and NHS and Tri-M, stuff like that. So yeah. I'm probably about to do clock now. I was doing some physics, like a thing I had to do for physics and like write this whole long procedure thing. So I've been doing so for quite a while, but now I'm gonna cube. I'm gonna do some clock. Whoa! Second sub 10 average of 5. That's PB on clock. As you can see, 4 out of the 5 solves were sub 10. That's pretty good. I also got a 16 average of 12, which is sub my PB average of 5 from like a week ago. I don't know what it was. I just sat down now and I was instantly faster at clock. I don't know what it was. My TPS was faster. That's the thing. I usually lock up a lot, but I wasn't as much now. I mean, I was locking up some, obviously on some solves you can see. But yeah, it was actually pretty decent. New method that I came up with. Make 4 F12 pairs without doing the cross. Wait, it's not a really good method, it's just a method. So do that, then do CSMLL. So it's basically a thing, I just call it that, where you do the corners of the top layer, but it does not matter. The S layer and the M layer does not matter. But I'm doing it simple where I don't like offset the layers, but you can. It's a kind of weird method. Oh, and then yeah, the last step after that is last 8 edges, which is what I just did. So yeah, it's a weird method. But I just thought of it. Easy to forget. But tonight, thing I can think about is their Big Brother 19 premiere. I mean, not premiere. Finale. If you've never watched Big Brother, I'd recommend watching it because it's a good show. It's like a reality show, but it's like, you know, Survivor is like a competition. It's like that, but it's not like being outdoors. It's like in a house, you know. But this is like the 19th season, and the finale is tonight, so that's pretty cool. After my violin lesson or whatever. And I also have an all-state audition for violin, which I have to do this weekend, so hopefully I do good on that. And then I have an all-county audition next week, so yeah, I have to prepare for that. I'm probably going to cube now because I don't really have work. Oh yeah, I have one thing I have to get done on like my online Valencia class, but other than that, I'll cube. Whoa, I just got my second fastest on 5x5. It wasn't insanely lucky like the 59, it just had like constant good TPS. I mean, there were still pauses like there normally is, but a lot less pauses than I normally have. So yeah, pretty happy with this. It's 4 seconds slower than my PB, but my PB is insanely lucky and locky, as I said before. But you know, this just had nice look ahead and stuff, and it was full step as well. There's no skips or anything. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, and the centers weren't amazing. It's just like I had pretty good TPS, especially during edges. Edges define this solve amazing. So yeah, PB average of 12. It's 8:20. I'm back from my violin practice. I'm pretty tired, but we're gonna watch the Big Brother finale, which is pretty exciting. I was keeping earlier, so I'm 3 as well, and I did get a 5.99, which is pretty good. I mean, my PB is 4.95, but that was a very lucky. This one was just an all skip into a G perm, so yeah. The winner of Big Brother 19 is Josh, which I don't think not that many people would have expected that. When it was Paul against Josh, I thought it was gonna be Paul like 5-4. That's what I was thinking. But then I was thinking when he's answering the questions, Paul was still lying to them. He couldn't even own up to the truth that what he'd been telling them. In his speech, he kind of had something rehearsed that kind of made it to them, but he never actually like told them. You know, like this is what I did. It's like people still had a reason to be angry at him. Most of the time, they're angry when they get evicted. They find out what happened, or at least the person isn't like completely lying to them. Or like in Alex's case, Paul told her one story and owned up to it, but it wasn't even the truth. So when she went back to the jury house, she found out the real truth, and then Paul had never even told her what actually was the truth. So people had good reasons to be angry. I mean, maybe not Raven and Matt because they thought they were still in the final three. They were supposed to be in the final three with Paul. But, you know, everyone... I know this isn't Keating related, but this is very, like, crazy, though. Like, this is... it's pretty crazy for Josh to win and Paul to lose the same exact vote each year. But there's many things Paul could have done to win, and this was Paul's fault and Paul's fault only. That's what I've said. It wasn't, like, other people's fault for doing what they did, for voting how they did. It's Paul's fault. Paul could have easily won this game, changing one of 3 or 4 things. I'm not going to go over that. It's probably a little boring for people that don't care about this, but, you know. Got a nice first sub 20 average of 12 on square one. It's kind of funny because I skipped 19, got right to 18. I'm doing some clock. So yeah, also got a 5 on 3x3 a while ago. I'm trying to get space on my computer because I have hardly any space, and I'm starting to run out of space on my phone and I'm behind on uploading vlogs, so I need to catch up on that. But especially, more importantly, I need to get more space. So I'm getting more space on my computer so I can put stuff from my phone onto my computer. Because, yeah, right now I'm trying to get this long video from iMovie exported to a hard drive so it doesn't have to stay on my computer forever, because that's kind of annoying. It's a video from a long time ago, but I'm not just going to delete it because I never upload it anywhere. And when I have like a terabyte, what's the point of deleting it? It's not like some stupid video, you know what I mean? But if it's pointless, I could have deleted it, but you know what I mean. And I'm about to do some 5x5 now. I haven't cubed it all. I was just at school and stuff, so obviously I wasn't going to cube there. It's 8:05. I haven't vlogged much. As I said, I have All-State tomorrow. I'm pretty tired, but I was also doing some more cubing. I did some 4x4. As you saw, I got the 34 average of 5, but I continued this session. I did like 20 solves or so. Mean was like 38 or so. I got a 36 average of 12. It wasn't PB, but it was pretty close. So yeah, that's pretty good. And I also was doing some OH, pretty average times, nothing like exceptional or anything. And I was doing 5x5 before. I don't know if I showed anything about 5x5, but yeah, I was doing pretty decent on 5x5. I got a 107. It's not like my PB or anything because I do have a 59, but 107 is still pretty good. And it had like a 17 second center, so that's really good. And there was like another solve that had like 51 or 53 reduction or something. And it might have been another 10 something, but I don't even know if that was the same solve or not. But yeah. So I just finished my All-State audition. I did pretty okay. The first song I messed up quite a bit and had a lot of attitude notes because I was really nervous. But the second song was pretty okay. The second song was pretty okay. The scale was pretty okay, and the sight reading was pretty okay. So, but because like the last year and the year before on the sight reading, I always like had no idea what was going on and kept messing up a ton, and I couldn't do it. But this year it was pretty okay until like the last 2 measures I messed it up. But anyway, yeah, I did okay. I most likely didn't make it in, but I didn't do extremely terrible. For the last 3 hours, I've been trying to get good solves on cam, but I haven't really gotten anything too good on camera. I've gotten some okay things, but nothing like good enough to post on YouTube. And like all my averages are pretty bad because the thing is that when I'm on camera, I tend to get nervous. So every few solves, I didn't even get any good average of 5s because every few solves I'll tend to make massive mistakes in multiple solves in a row, which gives me terrible counting times. That is my issue with what happens on camera. So yeah, that's upsetting. I was doing 4x4. I wasn't doing terrible. My best solve was a 35. My best average, I was just getting like a bunch of like 38 averages because I was getting some good solves, but I was also getting some counting bad solves and stuff, you know. And then 3x3, I was basically didn't even get any sub 9 averages because I kept getting a ton of bad counting solves. So yeah, that's kind of upsetting, but I was still practicing, so it's not like I did anything terrible. And I got some I didn't even get any sub 7s on 3x3. I was really trying to get sub 7s on cam, but I just didn't because I kept messing up or doing bad or whatever on cam, you know. Oh. Yes. Well, I just came back from FSYL. It went pretty well, and yeah, I cubed earlier today and I got a 6 on cam. I almost got a good average on cam, but I got like distracted because I had to go really quickly, so I ended up getting like a counting 13 along to counting like low 8s, I think, on cam, so I'm not gonna upload that. I think that ties the exact same solve I got yesterday. Whoa. This is pretty funny. Earnings average and keeping time. 3 3s and 2 7s. I average about 4 seconds, so I guess 3 threes are a little better than my average. I mean, the average isn't too much slower than my average, but it's just funny how it's just my counting solves are 2 3s and a 7. So as you've probably already seen in what's been included in this vlog, I got another 6.83, a full step solve on camera, which I got today, which I also got one yesterday as well, but this one was 9 more moves. And also the last layer was like 32 moves of the entire solve, including AUFs to the last layer, because it was like a 15 move OLO and a 14 move PLL plus 2 AUFs or something. No, 3 extra moves, so it was like 30, I don't know. And that might not be correct. Oh no, it was a 14 move and 15 move, so it was like, yeah, so it was 3 AUFs, so it ended up being like 32 moves, which were the last layer, 21 moves were F12, because it was like an X cross plus a 3 move insert, so 8 moves for the first F12 pair. You probably saw that in the video, but you know. And yeah, that was pretty cool. I have a lot of stuff I have to get done involving school and my online classes, so yeah, I might not get any time to do cubing today. Hopefully I do if I get all the stuff I need to get done, but I'm really tired, so I have a feeling it might take quite a while. I don't know. I'll probably end up getting lazy and pushing stuff off to tomorrow, but you know. I did a casual blind attempt, which I went pretty safe on it. Might have even been over 10 minutes, but got a success. Because I was distracted. I was like talking to my mom a little bit during it, and I was trying to think, how should I come up with a letter pairing for this? And I realized, I don't need to do that anyway, which I ended up needing to anyway, but it ended up working out. I went really slow making sure everything was going to be correct, and I also had parity, but I did the edges and the corners, and let's see if I remember. Tad, KQ, Laj, Zos, IRT, TD, Tad, KQ, Laj, LJ, ZS, or Z is X, IRT was the edges, and then the corners I did, then I did parity, so I did a Y prime, then I did an lefty R prime with a U at the end, then I did a Y again, and then I did the corners, which were Lack John, so someone named John is underground, like under the classroom. The classroom lacks John. LK, which was Lack, and then John was JN. Yeah, so then, and then it's Zoe F. So someone named Zoe, it gets an F on the test, on their test. So it's ZOF. And then I was done. So I basically just did the last thing was saying F2 and then the R perm with, without the F. That's how I do it in the old Pacman, and then F2 after. So yeah, it's my first blind attempt after a while, so it's pretty cool. I did get a success. I did a full attempt that I timed. It was like 10 minutes or something, which I was trying to go really safe on, and I almost messed up on. I was reviewing a lot, but I don't know what I did wrong. I got 4. Wow. It was like 12 letters for edges, and I was trying to make sure everything was right and everything, and the corners it was 6 letters, and these 2 flipped. But I don't know what I did wrong with these edges. I did another time attempt where I went really safe on, but I had 2 flipped edges. Yay! I don't know what I did wrong though. Probably messed it up one little, knowing, our one thing during the, memo. Out of all these pure blind attempts, I only got 1 success, 2 minutes 24. This one only had 1 tip, and it was like a pretty easy layer minus 1 flip piece, and then when after the layer it was just like a setup to a 2 flip, and I ended up having no AUF, so it wasn't a +2. So yeah, I think this is pure blind PB. I think the best one I had ever had before was like 45, but this was pretty lucky. I've been having to write this essay and fix some stuff, and there's someone else that's here. What is your name? Don't tell them your name. It's highly classified information. You should not release it. Okay, my name is Sean Hartman.
YouTube channel if you want to check it out.
Do you have any videos on it?
Yes.
Really?
But they're all bad.
About what?
Horrible stuff.
Okay, yeah, don't check it out. But I have to write this 600 word essay, so I should get started. Yeah, I really should.
Chop.
So I finished this entire essay. So yeah, how many words? Only had to be 600. So I'm back home. I didn't really get to do much cubing today, but I saw so much I haven't seen in a long time, so that's pretty cool. I did finish this long essay. It's like over 1,000 words, I think I showed already. But yeah, and then I went to my violin lesson. I was working mostly on All County because I have that very soon. So I was getting that all ready. And yeah, hopefully I do good when I do All County. So it's Thursday, September 28th, 2017. What should I talk about? Well, it's my nephew Gavin's birthday. He turns 9 tomorrow. I have an all-county audition next Tuesday. That's coming up. I also had this FRQ I had to do in a class today, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna finish on time because I kept getting like distracted, and it would make me forget like what I was thinking because there's other people like talking and stuff. So like I'd get like super distracted, but luckily I finished the last. I was looking over it. I saw it a few minutes when I was done. I was looking over it and I looked to add one thing, but the only issue is that my handwriting was pretty sloppy, so I'm afraid that I might not get points for stuff because they might not be able to read it because I was having to write fast because I got distracted, I got behind and stuff. But yeah, hopefully it does work out. I did about 30 or so 3x3 solves, nothing too special, like 4 or so 7s. And yeah, now I'm doing some 4x4. Okay, so I got an 1114 PB square 1 solve, which my reaction isn't that too good because something went wrong with the footage of me already saying this the first time. But anyway, I got an 11.14 square 1 PB single. I think this is my first PB in quite a while. As you can see earlier in the session right here, I got an 1159, but everything from 1814 up was from a while ago. And I just went to this session and started at the 35. So yeah, this solve, it was a pretty straightforward cube shape, pretty normal corner orientation, pretty normal EO, pretty normal. After EO, it was a CP skip. Then it went to EP, and it was an EP with no parodies, and it was only 2 of the things that I basically for EP. I basically just used M2 U2 M2 and -2/3/-1/1, something like that, to switch, like, for example, these two pieces, one holding right here. But I only had to do that twice, and I did not have to flip the middle slice at all. So yeah, that's pretty lucky. But it might have been like a sub 11 if I didn't lock up at the end. But yeah, it's pretty cool.